And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am. And today, on Fantasy Friday, we're going to be doing Lord of the Rings Online. And in fact, we're going to be working on Volume 3 of the Epic Quest today. That's right, we're heading to Dunland. Eventually. It's a little convoluted. You'll see as we go on. Now, I do know that Court of the Rings happened today, but unfortunately, I was busy doing other things that I did not get a chance to see it, so I have no news to report right now. I will add a news segment to my Monday, MMO Monday LOTRO stream, and I'll go over briefly what was covered in Court of the Rings then, so my apologies for those of you who were looking forward to that today. But let's go ahead and get into game, and let's get started. I'm doing well today, other than the fun and excitement that I've been having around the house. Let me go ahead and put up into chat real quick my links for those of you who are joining me. The links are also, as always, will be in the bottom of the... they're in the description, of the text that I put onto all of my LOTRO streams that I copied to YouTube. But it's a link to my Discord server, link to my YouTube channel, or a link to my Twitch channel, appropriately, and then a link to my Blue Sky, where I always update things and share the occasional cat pics and whatnot, because everybody loves cats, I hope. But, now, you might notice that I am not where I ended up last time. I am currently in Lothlorien. I am currently in Rivendell, pardon me. I am in front of a man by the name of Peloton, because several days ago, in-game, I received an email from this person. Let me go ahead and pull it up really quick under social mailbox. It was an urgent summons. I received it about 8 days ago. You do not know me, but I am a friend. I have sent you this message at the request of Lord Elrond of Imladris. He asks that you come to the last homely house at once. Please hurry. I will meet you by the steps just outside the house in the Vale of Imladris. I regret that I cannot tell you more, but the roads are watched always, and Lord Elrond wishes to keep his secrets. Please do hurry. Peloton, Elf of Imladris. Okay, so we are here now, and I'm standing in front of him. As you notice, he does have a quest icon over his head.
We are met in time of need, and it is a joy to see you.
Volume 3, Prologue, Messages from Lorien. We are in a time of need, and it is a joy to see you. You must have received my message, for little else could have brought you hither with such haste. I did dare not speak openly of the reason for Master Elrond's request in my letter, for fear that the message might be intercepted. I apologize for drawing you here with so little information, but Master Elrond will explain in detail what I could not. Speak if you are ready. We will go to him together, and he will tell you what has prompted his call.
Master Elrond awaits.
Quickly now. It is my understanding that any delay will serve to do us great harm. So let us act with haste.
Messages have come from Lothlorien. Messages that cannot be ignored. My sons have returned from the wild, and together they and a hero of Eriador must respond to these tidings with decisive action.
Very good. Perhaps now we will have an answer for why this haste is necessary. Hey, is that Elladan? It is. Perhaps he will have some answers for us. Elladan, you have returned from your camp in the wild. Indeed, the promise of war has brought my brother and me back to our house of our father. War? Not here in Ladris? No, Peloton, not yet. My brother and I ride to war in the south. Shanchantra, this concerns you as well. My father waits for us in the Hall of Fire. And he's all the way in the very, very back. There's Eladin and El-Rahir, his brother. Let's hear what Lord Elrond has to say. I am pleased you received my summons. I apologize for being so close as to the reasons for its urgency, but there are dangers on this road, and I do not wish any information that might do us harm to fall into the hands of evil men. 2 days ago, courierhawks arrived in Rivendell bearing messages from Lorien. The messages were short, but even in their brevity they caused me pause. The messages are from Lady Galadriel, and I understand some of their meaning, but I can only guess as to the full import of her words. You know that the secret company that set forth from Miladris in December? We know that they stayed for a time in Lothlorien, healing from their hurts. They have moved on from the safety of that land, sailing down the river Anduin with all secrecy. Do you fear for the success of their mission? They are strong in heart and true purpose, Father. They will not falter in it. I wonder. This is the message I received from Galadriel Lorien but 2 days ago. Aragorn has need of his kindred. Let the Dunedain ride to him in Rohan. Already? What is Aragorn doing in Rohan? None of the plans we discussed should have brought him there. If Lady Galadriel says Aragorn is in Rohan, he surely is, or will be. That is so. We must gather the Dunedain, the Rangers of Eriador. You must do this, Shanjadra. You know the roads and the paths of Eriador. You must bring this news to the Rangers. The Rangers will uphold their oath. They will become the Grey Company and ride to the aid of their chief. I will meet you in the library to discuss this charge. If he's forming the Grey Company, and if Aragorn is head to Rohan, that means things have gotten worse. I think that's this here. Hopefully I'm going in the right place. Nope, wrong place. I know where he wants to go. As soon as I remember where I need to go. Up on the 3rd floor, I guess. Okay. This must be it. There's Arwen there. I wonder if she'll have anything to say. The Lady Arwen catches your eye and smiles a greeting. I know of the messages from my grandmother, and I know too that my father has asked you to gather the Dunedain that they may ride south to the aid of Aragorn. We knew this day would come, he and I, and had both long prepared for its arrival. It has been my part to craft an item of beauty and of use, an item Aragorn will have need of before all is done. He knows of its making, and it will be a sign to him that the hour has indeed arrived, and he must seize that which is his. I hope it will be a comfort to him, too, in these distant lands. When the Dunedain are all assembled, I will send for you. I must be sure someone can bear this item to him. I will call you before the Rangers depart. Thank you. That means a great deal to me. It will not be easy to gather the Dunedain as quickly as must be done. It will be best for you to bring the message to certain of Aragorn's kin, and to may speak to the rest of their people, while you travel to those of more distant lands. I have prepared the names of those of whom you must speak. Walk with me, and I will tell you where they can be found. My sons tell me that the ranger Radnir had come to Thorinhad in the Trollshaws. He will be the closest. Radnir is humorless, but among the trees of the Trollshaws he is more at home than any. He is an expert in herb lore. You will find the ranger candidate in the lowlands at the base of the hill called Weathertop. I know where candidate is. He knows much about the lore and the heritage of the Dunedain. Looks like I'm going to be going all over the world. Saturnin is more settled than many of the Dunedain. He has a cabin in Breland, and is held in higher regard by its people than other rangers. Do you have any questions about these three? No. Excuse me. Once you've met with Radmir and the Trollclaws and told them the rangers must assemble, you should travel west into the lowlands. At the base of Weathertop, you will find Candidate. He is sure to join the Grey Company. After you've spoken with Candidate, you will travel into Breland and speak with Saradin at his cabin. Now, he is not prone to wandering as the others of his kin, but he must be told of Aragorn's need. But there are other rangers he must find. So it's my job to remember. The ranger Halros has a camp in the Shire, near the outskirts. I would tell you the names of the nearby towns, but even I do not know them. I have not concerned myself with the dealings in the Shire as Gandalf, Aragorn, and Halros have done. The ranger Halbarad has always had the ear of Aragorn, his chieftain. You will find him at the hidden camp of Esledin in the North Downs. Luckily, most of these I have ports to. Kellingrad has overseen the defense of Anumius on the shores of Lake Evendim for many years. He has known Aragorn all of his life. I do not doubt he will ride with the Grey Company. Do you have any further questions? Not that I can think of. Halros, Halbrand, and Kellingrad will speak with others of the Dunedain near the borders of the Shire and throughout the North Downs and Evendim. But there are 2 more rangers you will need to find personally. The distances are simply too great for anyone but you to cover in time. The ranger Lothrandir watches the frozen northlands of Faroshel, home of the Lossoth. And yet, the Grey Company needs Lothrandir, despite the incredible distance. He spent much of his life in the wilds of the Southernlands and is familiar with their peoples. This way. The last ranger I would have you find is Coronir. You will find him in Olgaher in Angmar. Coronir is less bold, perhaps, than others of the Dunedain, but he does have some sense. Father, I do not understand. There is another ranger in Angmar that should be part of Grey Company. Why should Golodor not join the Grey Company? Golodor, you say? I know why. You know why, or can guess, Enchanter. You were there. Yes, I can. His spirit has been broken from Lorno. You were there when Goldur's daughter was slain by the false king. We should ask no more of Goldur, for he has lost too much already. Let Goldur remain in Eriador, where he can nurse his grief. Cornir will go in his place. Goldur was a strong man and true of heart, but my father is right. He has suffered much. I did not know. I know very of Cornir, beyond that he is loyal to a fault. Did he not remain in Oghair for years, awaiting Goldur's return from beyond the Ramanas Delion? And so it shall be. You will walk the paths of Eriador one more time in search of these Dunedain. They will gather others of their kin, and when all is made ready, the Grey Company will set forth. It will be done as Galadriel of Lorien has asked. We respond to her messages with the haste we must, and with the messenger of those messages deserve, a hunter of proven loyalty, to gather the Grey Company in time. Very good. Many hopes rest upon your journey through Eriador to gather the Dunedain for their journey.
In the watches of the night, messages came from Galadriel of Lorien. Messages that give me pause. The company that set forth from Rivendell with 9 now departs with 8, bearing the gifts of the Lord and Lady. Their road takes them now down the waters of Anduin and beyond my sight.
It will not be an easy task to gather the Dunedain.
Master Elrond was right to impress upon you the need for haste. If Aragorn has need of the Dunedain, they will need to be gathered with as much speed as can be managed. It will not be an easy task, for the Dunedain are given to wander in the wild. They may be scattered all across Eriador.
You must travel to Thorinhard to speak with Elrodir.
The sons of Elrond have already left for Thorinhard to prepare for the coming journey. Elrohir did say that one of the Dunedain, a ranger named Radomir, was staying for a few days at their camp. As Thorinhard is nearest to Rivendell, you should travel there first to speak with Radomir before seeking the others. I've met a few of Aragorn's kin, but Radomir is known to me for his journeys oft into the trackless Etten Moors and oft stays here in Rivendell. For a time, my brothers sought to convince him to join the company in song in the Hall of Fire, as Aragorn would, but Radomir would have none of it. Travel to Thorinhard, north of the Brunine Gorges and the Trollshaws, and speak to Elrohir. He'll introduce you to Radomir. But once the ranger has told the messages from Lorien, you can seek out the others, as Master Elrond suggested. And I've been given a deed, which is the allies of the king. Oh, there's a Volume 3 gift box. Alright, first off, we need to go to the Trollshaws. And it looks like we are going to be heading to... Where do we need to head to? Ah, right there. Thorinhad. There's a stable master and a millstone right there in Thorinhad. So let's go ahead and get our first horse and head over there.
Sweet-eyed Nayla.
As swift as lightning! For those of you who've been with my stream for a while, you should be very familiar with this place. We spent a lot of time adventuring here. Just as a reminder, the Trollshaws is one of the few zones in the game where you can actually just do minimal quests killing mobs and gain faction with Rivendell. There's one other zone or two other zones you can actually do that for. But there's Elrond here. He's the one we need to talk to. Book 1, Chapter 1. Gallant as Elf Lords.
Radanir has left Thorinhad and gone into the wilderness of the Trollshaws.
I thought to give Radanir word of our meeting at my father's house, so he would have had some expectation of the road ahead. But it seems he has left Thorinhad and gone again into the wilderness of the Trollshaws. He has left a few parcels here, so I'm sure he intends to return, but he should be told the message you bear as soon as it may be. I and my brother have already begun to assemble some of the supplies the rangers will need as they head south, but it will take some time before they are ready. Speak with Elwiliath by the horses, for she will know where Radomir planned to journey, if any will. Radomir is slow to laugh and to smile, but in Elwith's company, I observed it more frequently. That's good. It's always good that there are people that you can smile with and laugh with, whatever the circumstance. Trust me, I know about those days.
How can I be of service?
You are looking for Radomir? He left not long ago, and he took no horse. The Dunedain will ride when they must, but he has confided in me that he is more comfortable when on foot. Always behind his words to me was a current of... I do not know best how to say it, other than to say that Radomir seemed always to be waiting for something, somehow. I wonder if the tidings you bring are those of which he has waited for so long. I wonder, too, if they will send him from the Trollshaws, and for how long. I will miss his visits if this is to be so, for I will not remain in this Middle-earth for much longer. I will not delay your errand for personal reasons, though. Radomir spoke to me of his plans. He had learned that a warband of orcs from the Etenors have established a camp within the Laernin Caves here in the Trollshaws and sought to confront them. The Laernin Caves are to the in the northwest reaches of the Gladoff, the wood troll-infested marsh of the northern Trollshaws. So it looks like I am off to the far north. The very far north. There is I could hit the South's camp at Nan Tornath, and that would take me closer. Let's see if I have that waypoint.
What can I do for you?
Mago Vanen.
Yes, I do. I have Scouts Camp Nan Tornath Swift. We'll go ahead and grab that. Galadriel must have her reasons for calling the Grey Company together. And if so, that means things must have taken a dire turn somewhere. Alright, well, let me mount up my horse. Luckily, most of these mobs will probably not bother me at my level, so I should have a fairly easy ride up there. And here's the Gladoff. As you can see, most of the mobs, pretty much all the mobs at this point are gray. So I shouldn't have too many issues just at least getting to the cave that I need to. When I'm inside the cave, though, all bets are off. And this is just but one of many reasons why I prefer playing a hunter. Being able to just flitter back and forth halfway across Eriador, hell, even across all of Middle-earth, makes quests like this a lot easier to be able to finish. Uh, 135 meters, so it should just be up this hill. There it is. Come on, let me up. Let me up. Thank you. And I better buff up. All bets are off. This will be on levels, so we'll see how we do. Ah, he's right there.
This is the moment for which the Dunedain have prepared.
Aragorn is my chieftain, and it is my duty to go to his aid. Through all the dangers of Middle-earth lie in between. This is the moment for which the Dunedain have prepared, and I will not now abandon my kin. I have learned that an orc raiding party from the Edenmores has established a camp within this warren of tunnels, and I cannot leave them here unchallenged. Will you brave these caves and deal with these foes? Somewhere deep within this confusing warren is the entrance to a once-abandoned tomb of men. If the orcs have found it, that is where the leaders will be. Rohan is less than a day's march from this place, and I will not suffer these orcs to live. They may threaten what I hold dear. I will make ready to depart, as you have asked, but I will be grateful if you destroy the orcs and their leaders within the Larian tunnels and the ruins that lie at their back. After you have done so, return to Elrohir at Thorinhad and tell him of your success. The sons of Elrond lost their mother to such a party of orcs, and they would not forgive us if we let these foes be. Oh, I will gladly defeat orcs. You do not have to ask me but a moment. I will defeat them gladly. Okay. We're getting close. Alright, where are you? Boy, these tunnels really are deep. It's right near its head. See, I still need one more defiler. And then the orc leader. where are you? Okay, that's it. That's everyone I need. Now I need to defeat the orc leader. That's everybody. We'll go ahead and pick up a few more of these stragglers, and then we'll head back to Thorinhod and talk to Elrond here. Turn in the quest. Looks like I have one straggler remaining, so let's go ahead and take him out real quick. Okay. That should be enough to weaken the hold of the orcs. So let's head back to Thorinhod. Which the best way to do is to head back to Rivendell, pick up a port, and then head there. So let's go to Rivendell.
May Guvanen.
Okay, excuse me one moment, please. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let's go ahead and talk to El Rahir and let him know that we did find Rada here and where to go next.
You have given Rodanir the message? Good.
He will be able to find some others among the Dunedain if they are to be found within the Trollsaws. But now you must travel west to find others of Aragorn's kin.
Candaith is certain to join the Grey Company, but he must first be asked.
The Dunedain may be scattered across the wilds of Eriador, but my brother and I will know the locations of some few, and from those few you will learn where the others may be found. The Ranger Candaith was to help us as we scourged the lands to the south following the rage of the Brunian. We spoke as often as speed would allow on that journey, and he had many interesting tales to tell of the Lonelands. You will find his camp there at the base of Amon Sul of Weathertop. Tell him that Aragorn has need of his kin. Candaith will be certain to join the Grey Company, for his loyalty to his chieftain cannot be questioned. What's nice is they've actually added as part of the quest this item. It's a map to the Lone Lands. It travels to the whereabouts of the Ranger Candaith. I'm just going to go ahead and use it. But I'm glad they actually included things like this. And we want to go that way. The deposit is only about 150 meters away, and again, most of these mobs are of no challenge to me whatsoever. They're about 30 levels below me. And there he is right there. Chapter 2, Candace's Hidden Cache.
So, the time has come at last.
To stand with Aragorn, son of Arathorn, my lord and chieftain of the Dunedain. In my heart I knew the day would come, for as the shadows have lengthened, the need for Aragorn to accept his mantle has become all the more pressing. I have come to love the lands between the Forsaken Inn and the Lost Bridge, and it will grieve me to leave them. But I will do so. I will join the Grey Company and travel south as you have asked. While I make ready to leave, will you retrieve a hidden cache of supplies I prepared some time ago? I left a sword, some gloves, and a few other supplies northeast of here, atop a small rise called Ichad Sul, in the shade of a tree. Recover this cache, bring it back to me, for I will have need of it in the lands to the south. Then let's go get his cache. I want him to be ready to go. And I completed a deed, which gave me 30 marks and, 10 LOTRO coins? 5 LOTRO coins. That's good. Who the hell are you? An unsavory gentleman stands where you thought to find the hidden cache.
Looks like you might be easy pickings.
What are you looking at? It seems to me that these lands should be big enough for you to find a path that takes you out of my sight, little high elf.
Orcsglug follows your gaze and smirks.
You like this sword, eh? Found it, I did, and these gloves and a few other choice items. Sometimes you find these little caches in the wild left by rangers, I suspect. Easy pickings, if you ask me.
Looks like you might be easy pickings, too. I'll be taking your gear and coin, friend. Without a fight or with one. It's all the same to me. One shot. Orcsglug falls as robbery or failure, and you retrieve Canada's goods. But that's the trouble being foolish. Everybody wants a piece of the action, right?
I'm pleased to have these items back. Thank you.
I would have been willing to part with the contents of the cache. Items hidden in the wild once found should go to their finders. But once Orcsglug thought to use my items to rob you, as far as I'm concerned, he gave up his right to them. I am pleased to have them back. Thank you.
We will have need of Cyrodiil's calming wisdom on the road south.
You should next bring your message to Cyrodiil in Breland. He is more settled than some others of my kin, but no less a vital part of the Grey Company. We have need of Cyrodiil's calming wisdom on the road south. But though we have need of haste, so too we need to keep our wits about us. Too often can the hasty road lead to carelessness. Cyrodiil will help prevent this. Look for him at his cabin near the town of Bree in Breland. He lives east of the Thornberry worksite in the northern Bree fields. Kendith gives you a wistful smile. It is true, we don't know what we will find as we ride south. But I look out over these lowlands and I wonder what will happen to them when we have gone. But this is something that we must do. Each of us has sworn an oath to Aragorn, our chief, and none of us will break that oath. We know of the risks. None of us would join the Grey Company if we felt that Aragorn was not important enough to brave those risks. For my part, I will not give in to the fear of the unknown. For we all have our role to play, and I only hope that when I have played mine, the world will have been better for me having been in it. Now, if you'll notice, there is still a 4-minute waiting period. I'm not going to wait those 4 minutes. I'm going to use one of my ports. I'm just going to head straight to Bree and then ride north from there. Excuse me 1 second here. My glasses have a smudge. It's hard for me to see. I'd like to be able to see what I'm doing. It's a little hard to play blind. There we go. Do this side a quick clean. Ah, much better. Okay. Let's go ahead and head to Saradon now. He's up north here. Or should we just the other side of this hill? Yep, there it is. And there's the man himself. Chapter 3, Saradin's Watchfulness.
Aragorn has need of us, and that is all we need know.
I see. I will travel south with many of the Dunedain as can be gathered in haste. Aragorn has need of us, and that is all we need to know. Saradin looks wistfully around the yard. I fear for the people of this land. Without the Dunedain to protect them, great numbers of an unruly sort have already come to Bree, and the brigands of the countryside will have no want for members while the rangers are not around to keep their ranks in check. I will make ready to depart, but while I do so, will you speak to Barlaman at the Prancing Pony? You do not think much of the rangers, but I would have you ask of him to take special care of his inn and the town for the next several months, if it comes to that. He will not understand, but I want him to at least some warning of the troubles that may lie stored in Bree. We will go ahead and use the return to Lalia's market, and that'll take me almost right there. By the way, that is a special port that you can buy inside Lalia's market, and I'll show you where. The cost is 3 mithril coin. Now, mithril coin is not something you earn in-game like LOTRO points. That's actually the premium coin that the only way you can get is to spend money. But if you have some, I highly recommend getting it as an extra port to Bree. As you can see, I even have use of it on my hunter, and my hunter has ports all over the game world. But here it is. You come to Lalia here in the back, the mithril trader.
Hello.
And everything, by the way, in Lalia's market is mithril coin only. But if you go to miscellaneous items, you'll see right here is the return to Lalia's market, and the cost is only 3 mithril. Again, highly recommend it. Even hunters, I've had value of it before on my hunters. And let's see, is there an exit out here somewhere? No. Okay. Right there, Bree. And that one takes me literally right out the door to the prancing pony. Fellow Saturn does come from the pony from time to time, but we talk about the state of things in Bree. Not as often as I'd like, of course. For every moment of peace, there are 10 things that need doing, and there's no way to make all of them fit at the time available. Still, I do what I can, and I wouldn't trade the pony for anything. Folks say Saradin's a ranger, but if he is, he's more respectable than most. Has a cabin near Bree, you know, and even spares a smile for his neighbors, which is more than I've seen from some of the others of that kind. Will you look at me, going out and on like this? There's no time for idle chatter. There are foodstuffs sitting in one of the parlors that need to be brought out here for preparing. We go and fetch some of them. Apples, pears, mushrooms. You'll see the crate, you will, and you'll be a big help on me if you hurry. Retrieve foodstuffs from a crate in the pony. Okay. Where is the crate? Bunch of drunken revelers, let me tell you. Jeez. Ah, there it is. Apples, pears, what a waste. They won't put any meat on your bones. These apples and pears will be made into a delicious cobbler. Now bring me the next goods. Sorry, but that's not all of it. Return with the crates in the parlor and bring me some more of the foodstuffs you find within. Very good, thank you. I have an order for these mushrooms already. Now bring me the next goods. A large pumpkin. You again? What a help you've been. I simply have not had the time. Thank you. You have been a great help to me today, and I won't forget it. So much to do, so very much to do, but you're welcome to stay as long as you like. Join the company, sing a song, warm yourself by the fire. Bartleman pauses as his eyes pass briefly over the crowd. There is one more thing, actually. There have been a few rude types come to Bree lately, and they've been scaring off some of the townfolk who'd like to come to the pony of a night. Regular visitors, you know. Good folk who come by for a spot of ale and some cheer. You think you might have a word with the fellow at that table over there? Butcher Drud, I think his name is. And he's a coarse sort. Maybe you can encourage him to finish his mug of beer and find someplace else to go for the night? Well, he hasn't rented any lodgings here, and I just assumed he took his loud friends someplace else. I would tell him myself, but there's just so much to do.
There'll be changes around here, I don't mind telling you.
What did you say to me? I have much right to this table as anyone here. More so once my rest of my friends get here. Oh, there'll be changes around here, I don't mind telling you. Growls at you. Are you still here? You made me mad, and now you're going to pay for it. I will see you outside by the north gate of Breed, if you have any courage at all. We won't be bothered there. I will teach you a lesson about respecting Uchtstrud and his boys. A lesson this whole town is going to have to learn. I will see you outside, and we will settle this.
Oh, he wants to meet all the way up there. Okay. I'm not really too concerned about him, but we will see. There he is right there.
There'll be changes around here, I don't mind telling you.
I didn't think you'd show. We're gonna own this town in a couple of weeks, and that thought innkeeper in there will have to beg for table scraps from Uhtred in this place. Just like you'll need to beg for mercy in a few moments, High Elf. I might even grant it. And then again, I may not. Oh, one of us is weak and one of us is strong. And Ceradan was right. Trouble does lie ahead for Bree. That's not good. Yeah, there are definitely troubled times coming up. Another character says, dark days, dark tidings. Hopefully. Too bad. But we will see. Let's talk to Ceradan and see where to go from here.
I was right to worry then.
I feared it was so. Very few of these people know that the safety they feel is a result of the tireless work of the Dunedain. And Yarrow Road must take us south into lands far away from the well-meaning proprietor of the Prancing Pony. He may not trust rangers, but my people are no less fond of him and his simple life than they are of their own sons and daughters. I hope his town and his inn will remain safe until we return. If return we can.
Holros loves the Shire and its people.
I will take it upon myself to gather several others of the Dunedain that may be found within Breland, but you should make your way to the Shire. At the camp by the green fields you should find Halros. Halros loves the Shire and his people and has watched over them for many years. It may not be easy for him to leave them, even upon an errand as urgent as that of the Grey Company. Let's see where we go. Oh, out near Scary. Alright, so up this way over on top of that hill, from the looks of it. No, not quite. Ah, okay, right there. There's a little campsite inside this little thicket of trees up here. I've passed by it a few times, but I didn't know we needed to actually go there. And there he is right there.
There are troublemakers loose in the Green Hill country.
Welcome. So long as there are goblins beneath the green fields, I will maintain my watch over the Shire. That is my duty, given to me by my chieftain Aragorn. Howard listens intently as you tell him of the need for the Grey Company to assemble and ride to the south. I see.
I need time to prepare. I had been just about to deal with a particular matter when you arrived. If you can take care of it for me, that will give me the time to set things in order. There are troublemakers loose upon the road that runs through the Green Hill country. I fear they may do some real harm before they are stopped. Can you walk the road and visit the town of Stock? Ending the threat of the troublemakers there? I fear they may be brigands, or worse, and they are more bold than they have been in the past. Return to me, and then we can talk again. Down near Old Odo's Leaf Farm and Tuckborough, near Hobbiton. Alright, looks like those are the only two that I need to deal with, so we will go ahead and I think it's, how far away is it? 1200? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and take a quick ride to Mickle Delving and then take a fast horse to Hobbiton, and then we'll head south from there. Probably speed us up along the way.
Hello there.
And we'll go ahead and see what we can take care of. Uh-oh, here we go.
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
You're about to be careful, you. I got my friends making pawns on the hills around here, and these halflings aren't included in them. And you'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang. Leave me alone. I won't follow you vermin anymore. Yep. Ah, he's solved everything. Ah, and he's back already. Look at that. Okay, now we need to head on to Stock. And the easiest way to get there is to head right back to Mickle Delving and then take a fast horse to Stock.
A lovely day, isn't it?
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
Hey, I've got orders from up top that says I can do what I like here in these lands. I plan to do just that. I fancy this here house, and no way else going to stand in my way, neither. It's too small to live in, but I can use it to store the hole my boys plan on getting in the next several weeks. You best move along if you know what's good for you. You win, just stop hitting me. Weakling. And Brockenborings.
What do you need?
I actually kind of feel for these guys. They've been staying here for a while and taking care of the lands that are important to them. And now they're having to go away on a mission.
Can you help me make this decision?
Thank you. There have been more troublemakers on the road in recent days, and I fear they will do some harm to the peaceful folk of the Shire if I travel south with the Grey Company. And yet my loyalty is to Aragorn. I know that if he is in need of the Dunedain, it is my duty to go with him as much speed as can be mustered. I do not know what to do. What do you advise? Can you help me make this decision? Halvor should go.
You are right. My fate lies on the southern road.
You think I should travel south with the Great Company to come to the aid of Aragorn? He is my chieftain, and it is my duty to see that he comes safely to the end of his road, wherever it lies. But I fear for the folk of the Shire in my absence. How will they protect themselves from evils that crowd their borders from all sides? Hal just looks about his camp with new resolve. Nope, you are right. There is strength in these hobbits yet, and if they need to repel the dangers from the outside, they will do so. My fate must lie on the southern road. I will stand with Aragorn, and that is the way I will protect the people of this land. Thank you for helping me make up my mind. I will go with the Grey Company. The good folk of the Shire will need do without my help. Can you travel to the inn at Brockenborings and tell my friend Lothal Sackville Baggins that I will be leaving? He is visiting Brockenborings for a few days and showed some interest in my comings and goings. Excuse me. Okay. Talk to Lothal Sackville Baggins at the Plough and Stars. Ah, there he is.
That ranger will be leaving the Shire. Very interesting.
What was this you say? The ranger will be leaving the Shire for a time? That's very interesting. Thank you for letting me know, friend. That is a shame, of course. Of course it is.
He will be missed, of course.
I don't know about those Sackville Bagginses. I'm not sure if I trust them.
Thank you for helping me to decide.
What is this you say? LOTRO sounded pleased that I would be leaving. That is queer. He sought me out a few days ago and had many questions to ask. I had plans to travel into Breland, what I thought about the visit of certain townships in the Shire, that sort of thing. Well, he and his folk will surely be fine without my protection. It pains me to leave them be, but if Aragorn has need of his kin must ride to his aid. Thank you for helping me decide.
Your next journey should take you to Esteldine.
My mind is made up, and now it is time for you to continue with the task that Elrond of Rivendell has set before you, to gather more Dunedain to swell the ranks of the Grey Company as it travels south to the aid of Aragorn. Your next journey should take you to Esteldine, the hidden encampment of the Rangers in the North Downs. Halbarad will surely wish to travel south with the Grey Company, but he is often away from Esteldine. Speak to the Ranger Devrun instead. He will tell you where to find Halbarad. Devrun is often in the center of Esteldine, seeking the general defense of the people who live in the North Downs. Like I said, I am glad they did add these maps for those who are not rangers. They do make life a little easier. Now, while I am here in Esteldine, let me show you one thing really quick. There is a person here. For those of you who do play on Angmar a lot, you'll notice that the Nazgul occasionally spawn upon you, or sometimes wipe you right out. Well, those Morgul coins that you get for doing the Raid of the Nine and the Tattered Shadows, this is the person you turn them into. Her name is Amelia, and she is a harried scholar.
What do you need?
She has a whole bunch of items. She's got research tomes and research scrolls, which get you faction with her. And then as you gain faction with her, you can get higher level items. Like, for instance, I'm required friend at level 61. I am her friend, and I am level 61, so I can get at least some of the top-end stuff that she has as of right now. But there's also a very important item for those of you who do not wish to deal with the Nazgul anymore. For 10 days, at the cost of 100 Tattered Shadows, you can get a Charm of Warding Light. It will stop all Nazgul from spawning on anything that you do. Now, if somebody else spawns it near you, you have no control over that. But if you do not wish to get a Nazgul to spawn on you, that's what you need. It only lasts for 10 days, but that's 10 days of peace if you need it. So something to think in mind. Amelia here at Esteldine. Now I need to find, there he is right there.
Halbarad must hear what you have to say.
You bring worrisome tidings. What dangers are going to encounter in the distant south that makes the Dunedain his closest allies? Perhaps I misspeak. Perhaps it's not the Dunedain are the closest, but instead they may be the most true. Halbarad must hear what you have to say, but he left this morning to deal with a serious danger. Word came down to us that a number of foes fleeing from Angmar in the days following the defeat of the false king sought to establish a settlement in the cave in the North Downs. Halbarad traveled to this cave, now called Tham Umdur, and attempted to forestall or defeat those foes before they can use the relics they plundered from Cairn Dûm to make the foundations of a new Angmar. Find Halbarad at Tham Umdur, in the shadow of Ostclithlank, far to the east of Esteldine, in Nam Amalug East, and give him your message. Help them end their plans before they begin. And that's out this side of Esteldine. And I am very familiar with this, and I come here farming a lot. This is one of the best places to get sturdy hides, I want to say. So I'm definitely familiar with this area. Yeah. I have no other way to get there other than my sturdy horse of the Dunedain. Very appropriate I'm riding it now, actually. Boy, it is all the way out there at the border. Well, we are actually close to Angmar, so I'm not surprised. Anybody fleeing from there would probably make a break over here. Osprithwin. Should be coming up on the caves, less than 200 meters away. Yep, there it is right there. There it is. And there he is right there.
We win little if the northern lands are lost to evil.
For long years have the Dunedain wandered in the wilderness. Your message confirms what I have long suspected. The hour is near at hand when my people must come forth. I will ride to the aid of my friend and chieftain Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and let no man or beast stand in the path of the Grey Company. There's evil still here, and if we Dunedain leave Eriador to fend for itself, what then? We win little if, when all the deeds of the age are done, the northern lands are lost to evil, their peoples destroyed. Have everyone told you why I've come to this place? Already I've destroyed 3 idols the Angmar brought out of Tarn Doom, but I believe 3 remain. Destroy these statues of their most prized leadership, and the Angmar here may abandon hope of raising Angmar into prominence again. Return for me when you have done so, and we can speak again. I better go and buff up. I can get attacked by a Nazgul while I'm doing this. They've really settled into these caves. Well, it's the end of this route. That's weird. Alright, so where are these 3 statues at? Alright, there's one of them. Let's destroy the statue. That's one. Now I gotta find the statue of Emartil and Modrith. Where are the other statues? I have a feeling there's a way I need to go over here. Yeah. Let's try that. We will go ahead and head northeast over here. Because there's a place I haven't checked yet. No? Ah. Alright, let's head over this way. There we go. Oh, that's the... back at the start. How did I end up back there? Oh, okay. Dead end. There's the second statue. The statue of Amartil. And there's the third one, Statue of Mordorith. There we go. Now we can head back to Halbarad. We'll take out a few more of these foes. I'm glad we were able to find the statues.
Return now to Direboon in Esteldine with my command.
You have completed what I started, and I am grateful for that. You have my thanks, too, for bringing me word of Aragorn's need for the Dunedain. We will ride to him with all the haste that can be mustered, though whatever perils await. Return now to Deverun and Ystladin with this command. He is to select as many of the rangers of that camp as he feels can be spared without jeopardizing the safety of the people of the North Towns. We ride to Aragorn, but I will not allow us to dismiss our responsibilities in Eriador. And also, there's one other thing about Ystladin. In the very, very back of Ystladin is the guild hall for the Tailors Guild. There's 3 guilds that there's in the guild hall. I think it's Tailors, Woodworkers, and Armorers, I want to say, are back there all the way in the very back.
I will do as Halbarad wishes.
I, too, do not wish to endanger the people of the North Downs by our absence. I will speak with the rest of my kin here at Ystladin. Others' lands await for your message. So let's see, the shoulders are light armor, spalders are medium. 52 agility, 12. Loose and vitality gain a butt ton of agility, gain some resistance and critical rating. That in and of itself would be worth keeping just for the resistance rating, so we'll grab it.
Bring your message next to Kalinglad in Evendim.
I do not know whether he will wish to join the ranks of the Great Company on the southward journey, but Kaliningrad should be told of the mission all the same. He feels a very strong bond to the lands around Lake Evendim and to the ruins of Onunius, and may not be able to bring himself to leave. Bring him the message, in the event I misjudge his temperament. You will find him at Tiniadur, the ranger camp on the shores of Lake Evendim. If he does join the company, he will be a valuable ally on the southern road. I think I have a port to Evendim. At least I thought I did. Maybe not. Okay. Let's see if I can get a quick ride from here then, before because I do have a port, but it's a port to Foreshell, I thought. Oh no, I won't get the port to Foreshell for a bit. I have to go on my own. I want to put this with my resistance gear. And I got a bunch of stuff to look at later on.
What do you need?
I do have a swift travel from here. That's good. I actually enjoyed this zone. This was a very fun zone to adventure in. Especially when we got to Numenius. That was enjoyable. Loved beating up the Angmar there. And there he is right there, as I figured he would be.
I wondered if this day would come.
You say that Aragorn has needed the Dunedain? I wondered if this day would come. We have safeguarded Numenius and the lands around Lake Evendom for so long now that it seemed we would do so forever. To be told thus that it comes to an end, and we must travel to the distant lands to the south? Kenneth gazes for a moment over the clear waters of Lake Evendom. I will go with the Grey Company. That is my duty, and I will not shy away from it. But first, I want to save some of the relics of Numenius from being plundered. Angmar still haunt the city, leaderless though they may be, and in the past few weeks they have allied themselves with numerous tomb robbers to strip the city of any relics they can find. Let us recover each of the relics from one of the wards while we still can. Speak with me when you are ready to go.
I will go with the Grey Company, but there is something I must first do.
I want to clear one of the wards of Numenius of relics that would be plundered by the Angmar and their tomb robber allies if we must leave.
The Ranger Colinglad has long stood watch over the ancient city of Anuminas in Evendom. If he is to join the Grey Company on its southern road, he will need to leave that city behind.
We have arrived. This section of the city suffered greatly in the battle against Emartil's forces, and robbers have come from the surrounding lands in order to plunder it of goods. The tree-lined streets of this ward were quite beautiful before the fighting, deserted though they were. Now the walls are cracked, and many of the buildings and tombs that are found here have been flooded, or are flooding. Let us save what relics we may from the undeserving pockets of the robbers. The false king has been defeated, but the followers of Angmar still remain. The coffers of Cairn Dûm are emptied, and those riches have brought him loyalty to the robbers. Too many relics have already been wrested from the once proud city. The coins of Angmar are wasted, and this is the quality of wretches. They seem... Even if the weak will seem mightily worse. I don't blame you. Let's keep moving. The fighting against Aragorn's forces took a grave toll. It did not always look as thus. Up these steps, the hired hands of Angmar came from this way. Numinius has stood empty for most of the age, but the Dunedain, I've always watched over it. Can we really abandon it again? Is it wise to travel to the Southlands? Let us proceed. There are more robbers inside of this tomb. Clear them out and recover whatever relics they have already stolen. While you see to that, I will investigate some of these other buildings. I will meet up with you once again the tomb is clear of these villains. Good fortune within the crypt. There are many robbers within. You have defeated the tomb robbers and should now examine their plunder. Inside the chest you see many relics stolen from the Numinous. Very good. We will return those relics to their proper places, but first I have other business here. Gwendolyn, I know you are there. Gwendolyn, come forth. My curiosity demanded I show myself to Madame, nothing more. Who is this high elf you bring before me, Kenningar? Shentrantra is a friend of Aragorn, my chieftain, charged with mustering the Dunedain that they may aid. What dangers can have befallen the son of Arathorn that such help is necessary? Has the time come at last for the king to assume his throne? That is why we have come. It has been made known to us that Aragorn has need of the Dunedain. I will ride to him in Rohan. It is my duty. There will be trials upon the road, and it is a long way to that land. I care not, Gwyneth. All my concerns are for those I leave behind. Such concerns are a weakness in men. Is that all you have to say to me? Have I not spent a lifetime alien god? Short of the lives of men, even those of the Dunedain. Even proud Ilendil came in the end to death, and I mourned his passing. But I mourn not for a season, nor for a single span of years. My grief will last many lifetimes. And so it is I give my love to that which can outlast the lifetime of a single man. Men may die, Kenny. Indeed, I see death upon your way. But if through your actions Aragorn takes his throne, a kingdom shall return that should never have ended. And that is not worth some measure of sorrow? I do not know, Gavrila. Farewell, Kellingrad. Ninurio will remember you. I will return when Aragorn has regained his throne. I promise. You must think me an old fool. There is no protection that I can offer Gwendolyn, for she cannot manage for herself. Still, it is difficult to leave behind people and places we hold dear. I did not want to leave here without saying goodbye. I have now done so, but it does not make the leaving any easier. Let us leave this place. The air has grown chill in the summer, and I am ready to return to Tinador.
That is the way of it, then.
Some part of my heart will always remain within the walls of Gwenumnius, though duty may carry me far away. It will be up to the others now to safeguard the places and the people that I hold dear. I will ride to Aragorn and let the future hold what it may. I will face it unblinking.
We should travel now north to Forokel.
I will speak with some of the others of the Dunedain here in Evendom about joining the Grey Company on its journey south. But you should travel on north to Forokel. I sent the ranger Lothrandir to meet with the Lossoth some time ago about the growing danger of Angmar. But once his task was completed, he loved the land and his people so much that he decided to remain. He would be disappointed to learn the Grey Company was called without his participation. Travel north to Surikaila to speak with Lothrandir, but keep this in mind. He has lived among the Lossoth for quite a while now and has surely adopted some of their customs, and taken on something of their personalities. Think I have a port to Surikaila? No, I don't. Okay, so I guess I will need to use that map. It's a little cold up here. How far away am I? Not that far. Alright, where do we need to go? Ah, there he is.
Some mysterious foe is endangering the prey of the Lossoth hunters.
You say it is time for the Dunedain to ride out to the north? It is a long way to Rohan, and even that must be what Aragorn has need of us. None of us know the perilous roads like I do. Yes, I have traveled in the southern lands. I have walked the hills and the valleys of Enedwaith, have been stalked by the savage creatures in mysterious woodlands, and climbed among the rocky heights of Thraz Cool. There are dangers on that road that must not be dismissed, and there's no guarantee that even a dozen rangers will come to Aragorn at his time of need, or at all. The blood of the Dunedain flows through my veins, and they will always be my people. But I have another people now as well, and I want them to be safe. I speak of the Lossoth. Will you help me protect them from the mysterious foe that strikes at the heart of the storms and under the cover of black night?
I've tracked the Screaming Shadow to its lair. We must finish it.
The Lossoth rely in large part upon the skill of their hunters. Fottershell is an inhospitable land, and though there are accomplished hunters and know every hill and plain around the Ice Bay, there can still be lean times. In recent days, after some of the hunters had brought down game animals, a screaming apparition has descended upon their prey from out of the darkness and borne it away amid the Losroth's confusion and terror. I don't know what manner of beast it may, but I have tracked it to what must be its lair. Come with me and let us finish this screaming shadow, that the Losroth may bring in enough food to feed their people, and I will be satisfied. I will bring my knowledge of the Southlands with me as we ride to Aragorn.
The Ranger Lothrondir has knowledge of the southern lands through which the Grey Company must pass. But he will only take that road once he is certain the Lossoth of Forachel are free of danger.
Look at this. I had no idea such an expansive cavern existed beneath the frozen tundra of Forachel. We must be on guard as we make our way through the caverns in search of the screaming shadow that has harried the Lossoth hunters. It has carried away much of their slain prey, and what few tracks I was able to find came to the entrance of this cave before being lost in the shifting snows of this land. Do not be dazzled by the reflections in the ice. We must remain alert to all threats while we search the cavern. This way. Stay alert. Look there. We have found inhabitants of this cave, and they appear quite hungry. I detect something else in the air still. The ice hinders our visibility. What threats may it conceal? Look out. Careful. There's a fissure in the ice ahead. We need to cover more ground. If we search different areas of this cavern, we have a better chance of finding what we seek. Cross that fissure and continue in the search. I will explore in this direction. Oh, I don't like the looks of this. figures. I gotta come up on the other side. Good name. A young girl crouches by a ragged campsite. Can this be the screaming shadow? The girl stares at you fiercely, her eyes wild with anger and fear. She shivers in the cold and her face is thin and drawn. There's a feral air about her, and she seems tense, poised to strike. Who are you? This is my home, the only home I have left. What have you found? Stay back, intruders. Who are you? What are you doing in this place? I am no one. My people cast me out. There is no place for me in Angmar. They took even my name from me. Once I was a Veer, but no longer. Now I am Gunain. Gunain. Without name. Now I wander, stealing scraps to survive. All that is left to me is anger. And I will kill you. Hold. She is defeated. Stay your hand, and I will put away my weapon as well. Listen to me, Gunain. You served Angmar, this we know, and it has gone badly for you since you were cast from your clan. You cannot steal from the Losoth as you have done. You must find a new home, or you will die here among the ice and snow. None would mourn you, no name, if you were perished as you are. We will do you no more harm. Swear to me that you will leave the lands of the Losoth and seek an honest living elsewhere. This mercy is yours today. Do not throw it away. If you continue to trouble the people of Forochel, you will find that my heart is exhausted its pity. Do you swear it, Gunani? I will leave you this bag of food. It will last until you've begun to remake your life. Leave me. Let us leave this place. Gwynain will have to find somewhere else to make an honest living. Somewhere she will not hinder the Lossoth. She will find a more forgiving place to live, or she will die in this harsh place. Others who have served Angmar would not even have had that chance.
The Lossoth will now be able to bring in their prey without interference. I thank you.
Gwynain's life is her own now. Whether it will be long or short will depend upon the choices she makes. If she spurns our help and continues to harass the Lossoth, it will be short indeed. Perhaps she will find a way to leave her troubled past behind. It is to be hoped she would do so, for otherwise she will perish, alone, and without the name for which she grieves. You have done as I have asked, and now the Lossoth will be able to bring in their rightful prey without interference. I will do my duty, as I said I would, and I will join the Grey Company on the South Road.
You must travel then to Ohire.
You should travel now to Angmar and tell the rangers Cornir and Guladir of the Grey Company's journey. Lothrandir turns to you as you briefly tell him the reasons Elrond felt Guladir should not be troubled with the errand. I see. I do not agree, but if that is the will of Elrond, there is little I could say to dispute it. Cornir, then, should be told of the Grey Company's mission. You will find him at Oghair, the settlement of the Treg Galog in Angmar. And off to Angmar we go.
You've come just in time.
You've come just in time, for I do not know what I would do if you had not arrived. Guladir, my captain, he is in grave peril. The death of his daughter Lornell brought him to the very brink of despair, but I thought his triumph over the false king would bring him the peace that he sought. For a time it seemed that it did, but lately he has lapsed into such a pit of grief that he seems to not know even we are his friends. His sorrow fuels his anger at the remnants of Angmar, and he goes alone into even the most dangerous strongholds of evil. The false king is gone, but not even Guladir can long stand against the servants that still remain in many of those places. But he has gone too far this time, and I do not know what to do. I need your help, for in turn his grief and rage, I fear that Guladir is blinded to the danger, and where he goes there can be no return. He travels alone to the rift of Nur's Gashau, and we must rescue him. This quest involves a skirmish that can be completed solo, duo, small fellowship, or fellowship, using the skirmish join panel. I need to complete the skirmish rescue in Nur's Gashau. Now, to do skirmishes, you go here to the instance finder. Go to skirmishes, and then I think this is an offensive one. Yep, right there it is. Rescue in Nur's Gashau. And again, it can be done solo, small fellowship, or large fellowship. So we'll go ahead and complete it solo.
Taken by some madness, Guladir has ventured into the rift. The air is thick with menace, and the stench of Thauloch lingers.
We have done well to make it this far, but it seems that many of the evils that once dwelt here have retreated into the deepest depth of Nur's Gashau. It may be too much to hope for our passage to remain unnoticed. What can have driven Guladir to make this dangerous journey? Has he lost all hope for the future? Has he suffered so much, more than any man once should, and yet persevere? Has he at last given in to despair? We must keep moving. Nobar is ahead, and I fear what we may find there. Goliath is not of himself. Of this I am certain. He is the wisest ranger I have known. What could have driven him to this place? I cannot understand it, but we must rescue him, even if it is from himself. An ancient fumarole. 4 blocks has arisen and blocked your path. Oh. Alright. Make haste. We must reach Nobarar before it is too late. Ruin. Oh, they're coming from the other side of it. Okay. Looks like we got more foes coming. With the lieutenant of the enemy. Okay. Oh, darn it. A hole in the rubble ahead appears to be oozing. I can't. Okay. Angry roar echoes across the lava floor. Look there, beyond the great pit of fire. It is Goliath. We have found him. Let us make our way to the far side of Nobarar. There we will speak to Goliath and bring him from his perilous deaths. This way. We will skirt the edge of the Colosseum, but beware the fire streams. Goliath, why have you come to this place? Speak, my friend.
Lordion, stand back from the door. I have come to save you.
Something's not right. Come here. We must unravel this mystery, or I fear that he will be lost to us. He speaks of his daughter as she still lived. There's some great evil at work here. What has raised this madness in the mind of my mentor to cruelly seize upon the grief within his heart? And what can be done about it? What is his feeling? Can you not sense it? Darkness and power.
This force is supposed to spill upon Golodir and poisons him against us. The Ranger's pain serves as a gate for Aragorn's will. I will not permit you to close it. Oh, I already defeated him. What has happened? Where am I? Golodir looks around in amazement and confusion. There was a ringing in my ears, as if I swam in deep water. But it is gone now. There was something else. A shroud is lifted from my eyes, which is a dream, and which is not. Lorniel was... she was alive. It was not too late to save her. Some part of me knew that Aragorn had dominance over my mind. But even the small hope of seeing Lorniel again was hope enough. I did not fight him. I am ashamed. I am no ranger. You are the brainless raver I know. Why else would Aragorn seek to master your mind? He sought to deprive us of you, and at a moment when we need you the most. The Dunedain are gathering. We must ride to the aid of our Lord Aragorn. We need you, Golodir. So the time has come at last. Perhaps it will do me some good to leave Angmar behind. These shadows have become too familiar. It will be best to leave them behind. I shudder to think what awaited Golodir beyond that door. Aragorn's dominance on the mind of my mentor was strong. What would Golodir have seen there had he remained under the Ragnaril's power? I cannot to guess. I know only that it would not have been Lorniel, and perhaps would have been enough to destroy Golodir forever. Let us escape to the surface. Nerys-Gashau is no place for us, or for our loved ones.
You have my deepest thanks for aiding me in the rescue of Golodir.
The very depths of Nerys-Gashau. He must have drawn the notice of Aragorn during one of his excursions into the cities of Angmar following the defeat of the false king. Who knows what would have happened if the Ragnaral had maintained its dominance. We can be glad that did not happen, and I think it's best for Golodir to come with us as part of the Great Company. It is not healthy for him to remain in this land, as marked with grief as it must be for him. The whites of the lands will do him some good, I am sure of it. He will be kept busy, as we all will be, and I believe that to be the best means of rising above the grief, as he must and will. Thank you again, my friend.
You have come a great way, and should now return to Rivendell.
I will inform the rest of our kin here in Angmar, who will make haste to join the Grey Company. You should return now to Master Elrond in Rivendell, that he may be told of your errand's success. Back to Rivendell we go. And I'm going to take a quick minute to go through my inventory. Ooh, I picked up Induction Bow Crit Mod. I think I already have that, but I don't know if I have it at that level or not. I actually made a spreadsheet. Let me show you guys real quick here. This is my little spreadsheet that I have that has what each one of my weapons has as far as traceries and stuff, what the breakpoints are, tracery levels, a whole bunch of just general information that I need. So let's see, this one was Induction Bow Crit Mod. I do not have Induction Bow Crit Mod, but it's also only a yellow is an uncommon. I can easily get better, so we'll just go ahead and turn it into Ancient Script. The jeweler case.
And the cook case for my jeweler cook. And we'll keep them after breathing for a little while. Alright, let's go and talk to Master Elrond. Chapter 9, The Gathering of the Grey Company.
The Grey Company assembles. What dangers will they face on the road south?
You have done quite well. The Grey Company assembles with as much haste as can be taken, and they will ride to Aragorn in the wide southern lands. Whatever dangers have befallen him, we must believe that Dunedain will reach him in time. If you desire to aid the Grey Company Aragorn further, you may ride with them, and I will tell you when all is made ready. Until that day, go in peace, and keep still the safety of these lands. The way south will be dangerous.
The Dunedain have been called to fulfill their purpose in this age, to ride to the aid of their chief Aragorn, son of Arathorn. The road of the Grey Company will be fraught with peril, but they must not fail.
Book 2, Chapter 1, Wrought in Secret. But I do believe that this, ladies and gentlemen, is a good place to end my stream for today. So I would like to thank everyone for joining me. I think we had a good time. We've assembled the Grey Company, and next when we meet, we will start heading south toward the Dunlands and find out what awaits Aragorn and the Grey Company down there. That will be on Monday for MMO Monday. My next scheduled stream will be this Sunday for SWTOR Sunday, where I am working on the Imperial Agent campaign, the last of the original 8 stories that I need in order to gain legendary status in Star Wars: The Old Republic. And I hope you join me then. Those streams, as are all my streams, started around 4 p.m. Pacific time here on Twitch. Also, if you have any interest, if you look at the links below or on my channel homepage, you'll see that there's a link to my Discord where I keep game information on there. Just today, for instance, there was the Diablo 4 dev chat, and if I have the gumption and the time, I plan to stream some Diablo 4. Season 9 is going to be starting next week. I also do some Path of Exile on there and other games as well. And as always, I have a YouTube channel where this VOD will be probably sometime tomorrow. But until then, I thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Be safe, and I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.